look, man, we got part 2, man. Update my boy Bubba, man. What's happening?
Not much. Just chilling, man. Just trying to keep myself away from the scenery that I end up finding myself back in.
Yes, sir. How you been out here, though?
I've been good, man. Just trying to keep my nose clean and out of trouble.
Yeah. Shit, we already done went through the first step, so really you can just get on here and pop your shit, man. Tell them folks what you been up to, man.
Yeah, for the most part, man, I just been home, back with my baby mom in North Portland, in St. John's. Just doing my thing out there, hanging out with my baby. Got 3 little ones and got my best friend, a little dog, a little pit bull.
Yeah, I remember you was telling me, man, you had somewhere to go and shit, but you said you like it out here more.
Yeah, I ended up finding myself back in the where I've trapped myself. So that's not as good as it sounds or as good as it could be, but it's not the worst.
Some way, somehow, man, we're gonna have to find you recovery, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do so. I've entertained that fact of, going to a few different detox and recovery places. It's just, it doesn't hold as what I'm told, it doesn't sit well with how people explain it. So I find it a little different and difficult to be able to do so myself.
Difficult when you first getting off the shit or first trying to get sober, because at the same time
I think
you want to do it but you don't want to do it.
Yeah, most definitely. There's 100%, there's not 1% less than me wanting to do it. It's just, I think the anticipation of going through recovery and having to, start the beginning process of detoxing.
I think last time you said something, you had went to detox or some shit like that for a little bit.
Yeah, I did. I ended up going through, can't remember the place what it's called. It's on Foster though. Anyway, yeah, I went to that one, whatever the hell the fuck it's called. I stayed there for 3 days, and I was under the impression that I was gonna be able to get, medical help or whatever, supplements to be able to help with the pain and help with all the shit that detox entails. But I didn't get nothing, no medicines or anything like that. So I was there for 3 days, just honestly struggling, hurting, in pain, sweating like a motherfucker. It wasn't cool, so I ended up leaving, got my bag, and shook.
Yeah.
And after that, I ain't been to any other type of recovery place for months and months on end until I believe maybe it's been a month now, maybe a month and a half, better part of, upside of probably looking closer to 2 months since I went to another detox facility, which that one I know the name for sure. It's called Hooper. Hooper is fucking horrible. I mean, other people have good outcome with it. Me personally, I had a very fucking horrible experience.
How old you say you was again?
Huh?
How old you say you was again?
I'm 28.
My bad for cutting you out there.
Hey, you ain't gotta be sorry, bro. It's all good. We got, cover all the bases and whatnot.
Yeah.
Or it's just completely understandable. Hooper, it felt like I was in jail, man. It felt like a whole jail you run down. I was up in the fucking first room when they get you all checked in and you one of the people that get to go in and start the whole process. I was in that first room where everybody's sitting in them hard-ass, uncomfortable, cold fucking plastic chairs.
Oh, you talking about the one over there off MLK?
Nah. It's off, it's next to the Motor Center.
Yeah.
Is that MLK right there?
Yeah, that's MLK, the convention center.
Yeah. You're familiar with the place then?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. That's like when you in public fucked up and shit, and they take you there to sleep that shit off or something like that.
Type of shit, yeah. On God. It felt like alcoholism and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I guess it wasn't so much of, drugs that they're, putting themselves out in the street to be able to help people and get off the shit. But if I'm right, I'm under the impression that they recently started doing that within the last coming years, of putting in more of a detox facility, not just with alcoholism, but as well as opioids and any other drug that you may be struggling with that you want to get clean off of.
For you to actually
get clean and not just talk about wanting to do it and start the process of fucking getting clean.
Yeah.
A lot. I know it's gonna take a lot of will. I know it's gonna take a lot of my strengths that I've been, bottling up and not really showing.
You'll probably need some isolation from like your whole environment, huh?
Definitely so. Isolation, probably from within, if possible, my own state of mind, my addiction state of mind.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want any triggers around me. I wouldn't want anything that has to do with anything that I've been putting myself and involving myself with, the last coming years of, starting an addiction and being so heavily into my addiction. And I think that would probably be the best thing running for me to do so if, I start that.
But you kind of like, out of everybody out here, but you still got it kind of good, because like at the end of the day, you still go home to your family.
Yeah, every night, most definitely. I got to.
You just come out here and play.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a big kid, that makes some fucked up choices.
Yeah.
And to do so, I was pretty depressed at the time that these choices were made. And I wish I had somebody around me that, would have guided me through my depression, because I ain't really have to ever deal with depression as I did when I dealt with, when I ran into that wall. That was a wall that I've never had to, hurdle over or overcome.
Boy, you cool people, man. Every time I stop and pop in with you, boy, you cool, you outgoing and shit, bro. You easy to talk to. Bro, most people it'd be hard trying to like pull a conversation out of them, but it's just you, bro. You just be like, I vibe with you a little bit.
I love conversating with people, as well as somebody telling me a little bit about themselves. I love telling people about myself. With who I'm conversating with and chopping it up with, I have to be able to get to understand and know what type of person they are, man, as well as have to be able to tell them and get them to understand what type of person I am. I just feel like the conversation wouldn't be, is gaining or any way whatsoever of, wanting to engage in a conversation that it just wouldn't be worth it to me,
Yeah. You got a phone and shit?
Man, you caught me 3-4 hours after I ended up, giving my phone to somebody. And
I already know how that goes.
Man, see, and that's another thing, my fucking stupid ass fucking decision making within being part of, a dummy that is addicted to this fucking shit.
So you sold the phone?
Yeah, man, I sold my fucking phone, man. Like a fucking idiot. It has service on it and everything. It's just any other phone that I done clucked off for drugs, man. And I don't wish this upon anybody. For anybody who's watching, I don't wish this upon none of my worst enemies, nor anybody who's watching. If you're watching for any information for, what it's like to be on drugs or how people are doing within the recovery, or if they want to start the recovery, this is one of the worst things possible to be in society as it sits. I don't wish upon anybody who could, stay away from drugs and don't get addicted to them. That's the best thing possible.
Man, nah, for real, that's a fact, man. So what
opiates,
the rest of the night looking like?
Rest of the night, well, I'm gonna see if I can continue rubbing my opinions together and turn one into two and, continue to make a little bit of money before I head home. There's one thing I really hate is, honestly, is going home with no drugs, because, it's hard, being addicted to fentanyl. It's one of the worst demons that is out here to be addicted to. And like I was saying as before, it's a demon that I don't wish upon my worst enemy. Fentanyl, opiates. It's not the scene. It shouldn't be as glamorized as people do within social media or rappers and within hip hop. It's not as it looks. People hear that shit on the radio or see that shit online and think it's cool.
Why you come way over here from where you stay at to do your thing? Why you come way out here?
This is where I'm more familiar with being able to stomp around and push some money out of my pocket.
So you know this area? You used to be around here growing up or something?
No, honestly, man, I familiarized myself with this area about the time that I got, when I lost my second apartment and ended up getting evicted from it and whatnot. And with that being said, being evicted, I put myself to the streets, and I didn't know what the fuck was, I didn't know anything about the streets. I didn't know anything about being not in a home, not in a house, not being able to go to bed or sleep on my pillow every night as I should, as anybody should, and putting myself in that situation to be evicted, that goes along the lines of me being depressed and running into that wall and never having to have dealt with that before. You know, I just let everything go, let all my cars go, let my job go. I was a truck driver, man. I used to drive a truck out to Medford, a 26-foot straight truck. It's the biggest truck that you're allowed to drive legally without having to get a commercial driver's license, a CDL. And being said,
So
from
you
making
still,
$220 a night.
So you still can do that. You still got action of going back truck driving and shit.
Most
If
definitely.
you
I want to get
back
my
sober and
CDL.
shit.
I would love to get my CDL. I'd love to start
I thought
my
you
life
already
back
had
up.
them.
No. I don't have. I have a license, but a CDL, a commercial driver license, you're able to drive bigger trucks, semi trucks, you know.
Yeah.
But with the regular normal licenses, everybody else, you know, doesn't have a CDL. Within a driving job, you're able to drive the biggest truck that you can, which is a 26-foot straight truck. And anything bigger than that, you have to have a CDL
Y'all like
for.
locally driving, or you be going like different cities and shit?
That's what I want to do. I want to get out of locally driving when I get back my foot in the door of, you know, starting to live right, healthier, you know, get off these drugs and keep away from the streets and stop running around like a dummy.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I would love to do. It's one of my dreams that I need to touch. It's one of those dreams I need to accomplish. It's definitely within my bucket list, man. I want to get my CDL and start driving state to state and state to state, you know.
Sir.
As far as locally, I just drove out to Medford, 30 minutes away from the California border, and back. Had one stop in Eugene at the dealership, and after that, I was back in Portland.
Man, I believe you could do it, man. Just push yourself, man, to want to do something different, bro.
And I completely, 100%. You know, I feel that you mean that, you know, that you believe I can do it. It's just with anybody else as well as yourself that, you know, says that you believe that they can do it. It's just, I need to find that belief within myself again, you know.
Yeah.
I need to find that drive within myself that I ended up boxing up and putting somewhere in the back of my head. I don't know why I haven't been able to reach and touch it and open that box back up, but that drive needs to come back, because what I'm on right now is bullshit.
Yes, sir.
I don't like it for myself, and I don't like it for the community to be able to see another person out here smoking dope on the streets, or, you know, doing shit that I shouldn't be doing, that, you know, sometimes the community gets affected by.
All right, man. Thank you for letting me interview you again, man. I so appreciate you, man.
Of course, man. Anytime. I love talking with you and chopping it up with you, man. You a great fucking soul, man. You a really good dude.
Have a good one. Stay safe out here, bro. I'm running to you again, bro.
Most definitely. You as well, brother.
Yeah.